come from a narrative that's dominated in the Middle East, in this portion of the Nile, and portions of South Africa, or West Africa, or Europe. Now, these historical references in biblical texts, whether it's no matter the religion, right, of monotheism, the belief in one God, right? All of these monotheistic religions have participated in a conquering and a force of beliefs in what they perceive to be the true living or name of God. Now, when we look at the Americas, why the Americas is always denounced or left out of biblical history is something that should be shed light upon, especially when we look at the numerous Hebrew artifacts that are found here in the Americas. Now, when you look at these artifacts, they are in a style of Hebrew, pre-Persian and Babylonian Hebrew. The Hebrew language through captivity has been merged. This is why calendars have changed. When we look at the months, the names of the months for the calendars took on this Babylonian admixture, merging of their understandings. And when you read in the book of Daniel, you'll see how they instituted this, the changing of the names, the changing of the language of the chief children is something that has been customary in the traditional conquering of people, changing their names and changing their language, disconnecting them from their heritage, disconnecting them from their inheritance, so that way they cannot keep or facilitate their own means of producing that give dominance to their culture, to their people that speak these individual languages and what have you. So the way that these things have been done is by demonizing and monotheism. Now, the benefit of monotheism and capitalism is twisted, because when we understand how today entrepreneurship is looked as the way for the black man, and this term of black business, we understand that these ancient capitalists were also what we would call Ethiopian or Negroid or rulers, right? So these capitalists take advantage of whatever you buy into. So it used to be a time if you bought into something mentally, it didn't cost you a monetary exchange. So nowadays, business, whether it's blackface or whatever face is placed in front of the business, the monetary exchange devalues the worth of the intellectual property. If your intellectual property can be bought through monetary gains, it loses its value. See, when you understand honor and placing value on something, now, if in order for me to have your product or have your service, if I have to earn it, if I have to do a certain amount of hours in order to afford your product or service, that places value. Now, everyone that you see with this product or service, you know they have earned it, right? They have done a certain amount of work to qualify to have certain things. So this is how value has been detached, to where now things can be bought and things can be sold for nothing, for exchange of monetary exchange.